Hello everybody, this is General Snivy and welcome back to more Let's Play The Last Remnant. Today, we're going to be taking on one brand new side quest, but before we begin, we're going to be recruiting an old friend of ours. Or more or less an old friend of Pagus. Why? Just because we want to, okay? Adding extra men it's a good thing, for the most part. Unless it's completely unnecessary. Sure, it may seem like it's completely unnecessary now, but just you wait. It probably will be significant at a later point in time. Right now, we have our next client, and it is none other than Nora herself. Basically, in order to trigger the side quest, you have to talk to Nora at least 3 times when you're in Athlum, and she has to have the red bubble above her speech bubble before you talk to her. And you can trigger this by, I think, leaving town and returning and trying to talk to her again and again at least a few times. That's how I did it with Rago. It took a little bit of time, but whatever. The deed is done. It is now time to take on this next side quest boss in this. In this side quest, we're going to be participating in a pretty large scale battle, like Kohnsdorf scale kind of battle. But thankfully, it's not going to be very long. Really. This actually took me 2 attempts to do. The reason was because I got overwhelmed by all the enemy forces, especially for the sheer fact that enemy reinforcements show up after so many turns. And really, I just kept playing lucky. Luck really should be on your side throughout this fight. And also a good strategy I would apply, or more or less I applied here, is to target and destroy the Hypno groups first and destroy them as soon as possible. And any more that show up, take them out ASAP. The reason is because they do have a tendency to get in the way when it comes to this, attacking the enemy bosses. Excuse me. Speaking of which, I'm not too sure if you defeat them all and you win automatically. I'm just not 100% certain. There are several enemy bosses here, and they're all the third committee squad. Bleh. They're all the third committee. Bleh. I can't even say it now. Wow, that's pretty dang sad. So overall, the battle, it can be hard, but it can also be not that difficult either. Really depends on how things go down, and really, it's all about luck. Like, sometimes you can get some lucky dodges and even be able to counterattack. If you can do it, do it. Ow, my freaking back. Now, what should I talk about today? Recently, more or less yesterday when I'm recording this video, I went out and I purchased myself a PlayStation 4 system. So yes, I now have both next generation consoles now, including the Wii U, if you can even call it next gen. Or whatever. For the PS4, I got a couple of games for it. I got 2 games to be exact. Those 2 games are Tomb Raider Definitive Edition and the second one being Need for Speed Rivals. Why those games? Because they look the most interesting to me. Heck, right now I have Tomb Raider paused, and Tomb Raider actually surprised me. I never played any of the Tomb Raider games, like, ever. Like, they began on the PlayStation 1 era. And yeah, this game from the Tomb Raider series, it definitely surprised me in several ways. I'm surprised that it's actually good. It's actually a good game. I find it fun. Has a good story from what I've played so far. Seems linear, sure, but it's still a good. I'm not that far in. I mean, I've only started yesterday and I've only gotten so far. in several places. And I need a drink. Alright, let's see. What else is there to talk about? Let me think for a moment. As Torgal performs yet another awesome Treyarch. I guess I should go ahead and start making comparisons of the PlayStation 4 to the Xbox One from what little I played of both. PS4 controller-wise definitely has the better controller. I like the controller of the PS4 better than the Xbox One. It has a better feel, and also the sticks feel better too. I feel like I have a better grip with these sticks as opposed to the ones in the Xbox One, but that's just me. I like the little touchpad interface that's like in the middle of the controller, and I had no idea it also functions as another button. Yeah, it's very interesting the way things turn out. And from what I played on the Tomb Raider, it looks amazing. Oh my god, the detail is just excellent. I seriously just love the detail of the game. Just shows you how much more powerful the PlayStation 4 can be as opposed to the Xbone. But look at me, I own an Xbone, so why am I even talking about that? I have no clue. Still waiting for games to come out on both systems. There are some games out there. I own some of them. Well, 2 of them. For each. Well, the PS4 wasn't the only thing I purchased recently either. I also purchased myself a 1-year subscription to PlayStation Plus because, well, you need it in order to play online multiplayer for the PlayStation 4 and their games. And I've also purchased myself a copy of Super Mario 3D World. Yeah, about time I got that game. I haven't played it yet. Just another game that's sitting on my shelf that I've yet to play. Because I've got several other things that I need to play, more or less, before I can move on to others, I guess. As for my PS4, I bought it used because they recently restocked the supplies and yeah, Sony just simply cannot keep up with the customer demands when it comes to the PlayStation 4. Really, I went to GameStop, I wanted to look around, see if I could find one in stock, and they only had one in stock, and it was a used one. So, I thought, you know what, I'm not going to take any chances. I mean, sure, I'm going to Walmart right after, but I didn't want to take any chances. So I went ahead and bought the used console. And I bought a 1-year warranty with it too. Reason? Well, you never know. I mean, it's a used console, for Pete's sake. You never know what might go down with it. On your feet. So the funny thing is, when I actually got to Walmart to look around the electronics department, it turns out they also had brand new PS4s. So I was like, of course. Excuse me, there they are, all the PS4s right there in my face. Well, dang it. Well, I didn't really care. I really didn't. And I felt like I got a little bit more of a bang out of my buck anyway. Plus it was cheaper. Just a little cheaper, but not that much cheaper. Like I said, we got lucky for that previous attack. Because of the Megalore, plus we have this. 3 different unions have special attacks all lined up ready to launch. Whiteout, Blackout, and then, of course, another Megalore. Which is freaking awesome. Alright, Megalore number 2, launch and clean up this mess. And boom, everyone died except for one union, which they will be wiped out now. Late Invader, you lose again. And that's the end. Everyone wins, except for one union, that is Jagger and Blocker. And I forgot to replace the slot with Arena's. Dang it. I forgot to replace Arena, more or less, because she left the party. But don't worry, she's not going to be gone for long. We're going to get her back, at least in the next video or two. Because after this video, we're returning to the main game once more. Now that we helped out Nora, we get a nice little reward, some gold, and a couple of accessories. Very nice. I'm not 100% sure what they do, but I don't really care at this point. But whatever. Task is complete. And I think if we return to Athlon, we'll be able to get her a parameter bonus, but not too sure yet. Also, here's where I remembered to add in Siebel. I think that's how you pronounce his name, Siebel. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I remembered to add Siebel into the party, because now we can party like it's 1999. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention. When you complete this side quest that we just did, you also get access to the Ring of the Labyrinth here in Illusion. So that's another place to go, and more guild tasks have been completed for glory and passion, for fashion and derpy. So let us reap the rewards for whatever number of side quests. What? For a number of guild tasks completed. At one point, oh, here it is. Speaking of the devil, we get an Eye of Evil. I'm not too sure, but I think you need it in order to summon one of the rare monsters and take on another guild task for the Ring of the Labyrinth, I think. I'm not 100% sure. Not too sure what the Eye of Evil summons. I think it summons like the Lost or something. Not 100% sure. Also, here's where you find Siebel. Fun fact, in the 360 version, you'll find Siebel recruitable in Gore's Ring of Labyrinth guild. But in the PC version, you'll find them in Walter also. Yeah, just thought I'd mention that, and I'm out of time. This is General Snivy. Let's play The Last Remnant. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. Next time, we're heading into the Darkened Forest, and we're going to rescue Arena yet again.